What's up, guys? I'm back like I never left. In this video, we're going to be talking about the top stocks that you need to be watching out for that have room to go to the upside. So we're going to go over exactly these stocks, these companies I talked about in the past, and Ark Invest is heavily invested into these companies. So we're going to go over what's the potential, what's the ideal price point to get involved in it, and price targets, etc. And also I'm going to be doing a quick stock market recap and some important economic reports we need to be watching out for tomorrow. So make sure you stay tuned. Now let's get right into the video. Now I really appreciate it if you can hit the like button. If you have any questions, any comments, make sure you drop it in the comment section below. So the first company that we're going to be talking about is going to be Splunk, ticker symbol SPLK. Now, this was the company that we talked about when it was actually dipping to $150, so the first target for this company that we set is going to be for it to fill the gap. So right now it's sitting at $177, so it can definitely has potential to go to $177, and there's a huge gap over here. And we talked about that Ark Invest started to get involved and aggressively buy this company when the stock actually dipped, so now we can expect this stock to potentially be slowly going higher and higher. So even if you want to get involved in it right now, there's definitely more room for it to go to the $200 mark area, and you can definitely set your risk area right around over here when initially gapped down to $160, so definitely be on the lookout for this company. Another stock we also talked about in the past that actually gapped down significantly to the downside, and Ark Invest started to aggressively invest in it, was Fastly. So Fastly stock dropped all the way down to $90, and it went all the way, trended lower and lower to $62, and right now is definitely recovering and slowly grinding up to potentially go back and fill this huge gap right around over here at $124, so there's still more room to go. The stock is trading at $104, so there's definitely more room to the upside, and you can definitely risk off of the initial gap area of around $90, so there's really good risk reward, and this stock is definitely recovering, as you can see from the price action over here. So the other companies that we also talked about that Ark Invest aggressively got involved in these companies in the past was AQB. Now this is a company that's involved in salmon. So as you can see over here, they initially, with the stock broke out, and you talked about it when it was right over here, when it broke out initially from $6, it went close to $12, and they did an offering that was expected because these companies, when they go up, they do an offering to raise capital. The stock gapped down, so to the downside over here to around $6.90. This is a very good dip buying opportunity. We talked about it. If you want to get involved in it or invest in this company for the long term, it's definitely a good buying opportunity. So right now, as you can see, slowly trending and getting closer to breaking out to the 52-week high of around $11.40. So if you want to get involved in it right now, it looks like it's definitely trending higher and higher. The negative news that came out about the offering is already in the past, so this stock can definitely have more room to go and initially break out to the upside within the next coming days, the next few weeks. So definitely be on the lookout for this company. Another stock that we talked about, of course, is going to be Nano Dimensions. Nano Dimension stock, the stock just keeps going higher and higher, and the company comes out and they do a lot of offering, and the stock just keeps getting beat down to the downside. The stock goes up, they do an offering, goes down, the stock goes up, down, stock goes up, down. So this is a good dip buying opportunity. The company definitely is taking advantage of all the offerings that they're doing and raising a lot of capital. That's the purpose of the stock market. As you can see, the stock eventually broke out, even though the stock just gets beaten down due to those offerings, and the company just takes advantage of all these hype and a lot of momentum that's coming to the upside. So the stock eventually broke out to $9.54. It's currently sitting at 52-week high. So that is really fantastic. This is initial price point that we start talking about this company, and it really had a rough time over here when it dipped all the way down with the offering news and etc. But right now it's sitting really solid to the upside. So that's really fantastic to look at. So another company that we talked about that was a penny stock on yesterday's video was a recent IPO, which is nexe. So this is a company that's in the OTC market. So if you got involved in it yesterday, the stock is up like 23.87% to the upside. So penny stocks are really volatile. So if you get involved in it, I definitely encourage you, if you want to lock in your profits or sell some shares and things like that, that's definitely beneficial. But the stock is just up 23.87%. So it's a recent IPO. So it's really in the price discovery mode. So if you want to get involved in it, of course, you can definitely watch the video that I made yesterday. So definitely be on the lookout for this company for the future too. So now let's talk about another company that is also breaking out significantly to the upside. So this is Quantumscape. Corporation. So this is the company that we talked about initially in the past when they announced that they're going to be going public with a SPAC merger. So the stock right around over here went up to $21 and then eventually went down to $13 to $12. And I also made another video when it initially broke out of this area around $25. That was really important. So the other channel that I have over here, this is the first time talking about this channel. It's called the Stock Info. So this is my second channel. So if you're interested, you can go and check out the second channel and subscribe to it. So as you can see over here, I made this video around 3 weeks ago when it had this initial breakout over here. And I only mentioned about, this specific channel for the Patreon members. Now you guys know exactly I have a backup channel. Some people also was commenting on some of the videos. They're saying like, hey, are you informed trades? And I was like, yeah, this is my second channel. So you definitely, if you're interested, you can definitely subscribe to the channel. But I made a detailed video about this company. We talking about like what is the potential, even though the stock was up at that price point right around over here, initially broke out to around like $30. I talked about like what is the potential for the company for the future if you want to get involved in it. So check out that video. It talks about the CEO interview, what is the ideal target for this company, what are the customers, what are the partnership this company has. So you can definitely go and check out detailed video about this SPAC company that is breaking out like significantly to the upside. So this is probably one of the best successful SPAC companies that actually went IPO using the SPAC route. So it's up from approximately a breakout of like $20 all the way to $131. So that is exponential breakout to the upside. So that's really fantastic to look at right now. So if you want to get involved right now, I definitely suggest that you wait, so because the stock is just overextended to the upside, maybe it has like a dip days like this, but the next few days, if it dips, maybe that will be, you can consider getting involved in it. But definitely check out the video that I made on the second channel if you want to learn more about this company, the CEO interview, and etc. As I mentioned. So the other important thing that you want to be looking out for tomorrow is, of course, that we have some important economic reports that could potentially affect the stock market. And also the EV stocks just been hot right now. But however, there's been negative news that's been coming out of England that is affecting the overall stock market. So as you can see over here, we have, Apple stock that's been going up to the upside. We have Microsoft, Facebook, Amazon that have been pulling back to the downside a little bit. Apple is starting getting involved in the EV stock. Apple started getting involved with the EV market, so they start to see all of the interest and they start to looking at exactly the future is going to be electric vehicles. And also we had Tesla CEO saying that he actually reached out to Tim Cook CEO in the past for them to actually buy Tesla stock when Tesla was, nearing bankruptcy at that time. So he really missed a huge opportunity, but now they're getting involved in electric vehicles. So that is really fantastic. I'm going to be making more detailed videos about this specific car and model they're trying to do in the future. But as you can see over here, we have the overall stock market that traded lower today, mainly because of the negative COVID news that came out of England. The virus actually kind of mutated and people are getting scared. There's a lockdown. And some of the countries that are near England, they're actually blocking people from traveling to their country. So that is huge and bad news. And the stock market actually sold off to the downside. So unfortunately, we had positive news, the vaccine, the stimulus package being passed. And I made a video about the stock market that could potentially have a really phenomenal, 2020 end. We're actually getting closer to 2020 and end. So we might have the Santa rally still, but, unfortunately, the stock market is looking like it's going to be pulling back to the downside a little bit, but you never know. We just have to wait and see if more studies being found, if the virus that's been found is not actually that dangerous. That can definitely help, the stock market at the end of the day, because that is the main catalyst that is affecting the stock market in the short term. So now let's talk about exactly what could potentially happen, what can potentially be affecting the stock market for tomorrow. So for December 23rd, we have a lot of important economic reports that pertains to jobless claims numbers. So these are really, really important economic reports, because usually if the numbers are up and down, the stock market can definitely go up and down in spite of those numbers. So the first thing we're going to be looking at is going to be at 8:30 a.m. All the reports are going to be coming out. We have the initial jobless claims, we have the continuous jobless claims, we have the durable good orders, we have the personal income, consumer spending, core inflation, and at 10 a.m. we got the new home sales, and at 10 a.m. we have the consumer sentiment index. These are all going to be the important economic reports that are going to be reporting tomorrow, but the most important one is going to be the 831, which is going to be the initial jobless claims, because the previous was 885,000 and the forecast is 875,000. And we also have some other important reports that we need to be watching out for the period of December and November. So be on the lookout for that. You know, those reports are going to be available right before the stock market opens. So definitely watch out for that. So if you have any questions, any comments, make sure to drop in the comment section below. If you want to join the Discord, you get 4 free stocks, or join the Patreon page. Links available in the description box. Make sure you manage your risk. And I'll catch you guys on tomorrow's video. Let's get it and have a wonderful day.